So my name is Yuri, and I work for Critical Force. Heading the community and esports team, and essentially we do marketing. And of course, you need to have a very friendly face towards your community, right? So my background, a little bit of that. I've been a gamer, a passionate gamer for as long as I remember. But work-wise, before coming and joining the gaming industry, which I've been a part of only for 2 years, I was a technical consultant. And I always thought that gaming industry is very hard, and well, I actually had 3 rules. I'd never move away from Helsinki, I'd never show my face on stream, and I will never work in the gaming industry. So, let's say I've broken some of my promises to myself. So, when I joined the company, there was a little bit already of history creating awesome first-person shooter games on mobile by Critical Force. So Critical Strike Portable, it had over 50 million downloads across different platforms and also had a large presence as a web browser game. But the start for Critical Ops was quite hard. Very limited online presence. Their first post reached 2 people. No marketing budget. There was no central hub where people could meet up, where they could find where to play, with whom to play, and, well, as in any competitive game, find good opponents to test themselves against. We weren't running any community events, and the little that the community was doing itself was very, very slow and insufficient. So, after a little bit under 2 years, we have 246,000 on Facebook, almost 50,000 on Twitter. We're ranging between 65 and 75,000 daily organic downloads. And all in all, actually, the number is wrong. We're about 28 million total downloads. And even big boys start to notice us, and we were written about in VentureBeat, which was very nice. So, how did we get there? First and foremost thing, of course, great team makes a great game. When I joined the company, or the main reason why I wanted to join the company was because I did research. I went and I played the Critical Strike Portable. I saw what those guys could do. I read up on them, checked out their profiles. They were a very good mix of industry veterans, as well as very young, very talented, and extremely passionate game developers from Kajaani. Best game development school in Finland, by far. So, what we wanted to do was to create the game that we would like to play ourselves as gamers. That's actually one and foremost requirements to join our company. You have to be passionate about games. Our approach was always community-based, community-driven. This is one of the first things that was implemented by our awesome product owner, Magic. You can harass him after the show over there. We always tell what is coming up, the features, the problems. If we have problems, we explain why we have problems. There's always an ongoing open communication with our players through various channels. I will explain how we do it. But they know exactly where we are with the game, where we're going with the game, and they can affect our development process. That empowers our community, and that guides us to create the best experience for our players. So, as a team that does essentially marketing, community, and esports team, we have 4 major missions we try to accomplish. The first 2 are right on the board, slideshow. Engage and expand. So our first and foremost goal is to make sure that the players who are already inside the game have as much fun as possible. Magic and the dev team do their best to make sure that the features inside the game cater to that. us as community and esports team, we work on various tools to make sure that the people are engaged outside of the game as well. So we have, for example, community tournament program, and the father of that sits right up in the front of the stage as well. So what does that mean? A lot of players want to create tournaments for their friends. They want to have their clan tournament and challenge other clans. So what we have done, we have created a guidebook for them, how to create a tournament, how to improve it, how to market it. And we've built also the different level system of how can they get more and more support from us, be it more cases, be it promotional support, be it advice. We are there helping them out, and now, as a result, we have from 15 to 25 tournaments running every week. But the best of those have 1,500 concurrent viewers on YouTube. And that is practically free because the maintenance of that system is actually very, very cheap. Of course, it was not built in one day, but you need to have persistence if you want to build the grassroots level, and that is exactly what we're doing. If you guys have been walking around the hall, how many have seen advertisers now trying to pitch influencer marketing? We're doing influencer marketing our way. Instead of paying big YouTubers, big Twitch streamers, we grow our own. We pick the guy with maybe 500, maybe 1,000, maybe a couple of thousand subscribers, and again, we have the same or very similar guidebook of how to improve your channel. What do you need to do to improve your video production? We have, again, the similar system. The more you do, the better you get at your game, the more support you get from us. Be it exclusive interviews with the game developers, more giveaways, t-shirts, whatever. We have a special channel where they can talk to our developers and meet them and ask questions. And of course, talk to each other and collaborate. We promote them inside the game, and at best, depending of course on the quality of content that the influencer has, we can add from 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers in a week of our fans to their channel, which will be demanding our content. But then again, they'll be very happy to consume the content of that influencer if he's good. And of course, we would not work with the guys who are not that, let's say, great. Partner-run tournaments are extremely important. We've worked with ESL, but the most and the best partner that we have been working with, Valiance.gg. Awesome guys, very hungry, and very important part of our community effort because they organize very professional streams. We're now talking about live events, and actually, as was released this week, we're doing a live event in Vegas with Amazon. There's going to be 4 games: World of Tank Blitz, us, Vainglory, and some Power Rangers. I haven't played the game, no offense to those guys. I'm sure the game is great. This is the banner actually from our very first tournament, and even people inside our company didn't think that we would get 32 teams. We had over 120 teams apply back for our first tournament. Players on mobile are hungry to show themselves just as the PC brethren do. The other 2 main goals of our team is to learn and to communicate. Everybody uses, or I hope everybody uses, the analytics from inside the game to see what people do, how they engage with the app. But we also use the social media. We check what topics people talk about, what bothers them, because then we can go back and tell and address those issues, for example, through our influencers. It's a lot easier to explain to 50 guys than to 28 million. We have an active Discord. Devs are on Discord. They can comment, they can talk to people. We have over 30,000, if I remember correctly now, on Discord, where people come and talk. Moderators, they help moderate the Discord channel. But also, they are very active, not just on our own social media platforms, but on the different ones, on the ones created by our fans. They engage with our fans in languages that we don't speak, like Turkish, for example. We have a great Turkish community, and it is practically completely run by our influencers and moderators. As a competitive game, we talk to team captains. We try to find out what bothers them, what they need, and cater to their needs as well. We monitor the trolls, and sometimes we even flip the trolls from being disruptive inside the game into being a positive and good influence. So, what is the road ahead for us and Critical Ops? As a great philosopher Eric Cartman has once said, "Work is never finished, Master got us working." And definitely our players will have us working until they leave the game. We will never stop improving our game, we will never stop adding more content until it's time for the next title, at least. We will be working a lot more on expanding the community efforts. We might do something like player loyalty program where we would reward people for sticking with their team and learning how to create a eSports team. And for that, we would like to get input from professional teams, how they've been doing it, what sort of troubles they ran into, and what made them stick together. We will be building more competitive layers, because obviously we will never stop working on the grassroots level, but as people get better, we will be ready, especially with our good friends from Valiance and other partners. We will be working closely with esports teams, continuing what we have been talking about earlier. Forging partnerships. I don't think that mobile games are now at the point where they can stand alone, like League of Legends or Counter-Strike or whatnot. But definitely with the help and cooperation with, let's say, device manufacturers, where we can showcase a great device, how it runs with the game, which is comparable to PC or console game, we could have and achieve great things. Like, for example, we're doing right now with Amazon. And of course, we're expanding. We went from 15 to over 60 right now. And we're always looking for more. So if you have passion for games, might want to send us a message. Thank you very much. And if you guys got any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you, Yuri. Do we have any questions? There was one. Here we go, Vera.
Hi, very interesting stuff. Thank you for sharing. I got interested about when you said about the small influencers that have, let's say, 500 subscribers, for example. What kind of cross-promotional stuff have you offered them? How have you grown their channels? What kind of in-game visibility have you given them, or anywhere else in the community?
Well, first of all, we've been talking to those guys, especially when I started. I started basically just going through streams, and then I see the guy on the stream, I would join his game, I would give him some free cases, I would talk to him. They were just insanely happy to even see and talk to a developer. We've promoted his videos on our social media. On Facebook, we've pushed them on Twitter, and just a few months ago, we've added the feature inside the game where we can showcase the videos of the guys that we really like, and that's what pushes the most, or the most of the subscribers to their channel, because now we have close to 1 million daily active users. There's a lot of eyeballs that will see the guy. I think that even before that, through, again, providing great content to the guys, promoting them on the social media channels. The guy that I'm talking about, he went from 500 to 70,000 in the space of about half a year.